Researcher by day, engineer by day, artist by night. That's how Leo Iskidogan describes himself. And recently in 4Art, we had this incredible collaboration with the Digital Baroque, and I am very happy to have him here for a talk here with 4Art. Welcome, Leo. How are you?
Thank you. Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for sharing with us a bit of this experience that has been working together. So let's go really deep into that. So briefly, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah. As you introduced me before, I'm an engineer on weekdays and artist on weekends. I'm at the intersection of technology and art. I've been mostly on the technology side until recently. I was doing art as a hobby, but recently I also entered this NFT world. As for my art, I use code and math to create art. I get my inspiration mostly from nature, as you can see if you look at my portfolio. Planets, geological formations, bodies of water, and life on Earth in general. I'm also inspired by philosophical questions regarding AI, computational creativity, questions like whether machines can be creative, how consciousness arises, how perception works, and so on. And this was no coincidence. I had a PhD at the intersection of computer science, image processing, AI, and environmental engineering. So it was no coincidence that those topics continue to inspire my art. My degree was purely technical, by the way. It was not like an art or media degree. It was in electrical and computer engineering. And I think it still had a profound impact on my art despite being a technical degree. As I mentioned before, I'm relatively new to the art world. I haven't had any major exhibitions, but it's been growing very rapidly recently.
Yeah. I mean, tell us a little bit about how you arrived into, because since you were little in a way, you had inspiration and were drawn to art one way or another, but it's just recently where a bit of all this merged into actually creating work and it's displayed online, no? I mean, what are your most recent exhibitions apart from Digital Baroque, if you have another one before?
Yeah. I had some digital exhibitions. I had one with Gazellio and Versart and OpenSea. I had one with Vellum LA recently. Mostly those ones.
So yeah, I mean, slowly, just there, you know? Let's then ask me, I mean, it's kind of logical when we listen to your background and when we see you speak, because also in your channels you speak about intelligence, artificial intelligence, and all these different topics and how they merge together. So it's not a coincidence that now you basically somehow entered the NFT world. But how was your first experience with it?
It was Versart that introduced me to the world of NFTs. We had an inaugural NFT event with Super Rare. It was basically with artists who never did NFTs before. So it was my very first NFT, Heartbeats of a Flower. That's how it all started. And then I started making more NFTs.
May we ask you at what price was your NFT Plus fetch from the 4Art marketplace?
Yeah, it was. It got two offers, and the highest one was 2.9 Ether.
Nice, very good. Congratulations on that. I think it was a very interesting curated exhibition. We were very happy with it, with this exclusive drop. The curation was really good, and yeah, with the Basilica of Consciousness collaboration that you had, yeah.
Yeah, with Emerson, Basilica of Artificial Consciousness, and I think this concept of digital Baroque was a brilliant idea. And the artwork we made with Emerson fit in very well with the theme. The website for the event was designed beautifully. I think overall it was a nice experience.
Great. Are you planning other NFTs recently for the future?
Probably, but not actively working on NFTs right now. I'm taking a break, but in the future, yeah, possibly.
Very likely.
Yeah.
Leo, tell me something. Do you agree that the NFT process should be simpler, that basically all this minting and the wallets and how it is for artists? In your case, probably as a researcher, it could be different. But the actual question is, do you think the NFT minting process should be simpler?
I think I'm not the right person to ask this question because even though I'm not an expert in blockchain technology, I've been a very technical person. So I think the minting process is already quite simple and straightforward. To me, I think it's as simple as it can be.
May I ask you if you find a difference when you have tried other platforms, and now with the 4Art marketplace, for instance, which for us is super important, especially for artists who are not really into the crypto scene, to make it as easy as pressing a few buttons. I mean, do you really feel that there's a difference? Did you see it? How was your experience with it?
The difficult part was to register the physical counterpart of the artwork, and the rest was very straightforward and intuitive.
Into the point, intuitive. Thank you very much. What was the best thing about working with 4ARTechnologies?
I think the curation was very good. It was great to be a part of this exhibition. The concept of Digital Baroque was a very good idea. And Beautiful was designed very beautifully. And we also got very good marketing support. And I think those were the main points that were the best parts.
Thank you very much, Leo, for your time for this interview. Is there something that you would like to say to our artists or collectors, all the different communities that are here in 4ARTechnologies?
Sure, yeah, sure. First, I would like to thank all the collectors for supporting great artists. And I would like to thank artists for doing great artwork and keep doing great art.
Thank you so much, Leo Iskidogan, for your time today. Congratulations again on this exhibition. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing more of you, more in this digital space. And just as you slowly came into art, keep doing that and see more of your work, not only on your research side, but also on the artistic practice.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Paulina. Thanks for having me.
Ciao.
Bye.